seek answers from the cards of fate, hoping that it's not altogether too late to change what has been done, or to change the fate of this one. Truth be told, in the cards behold, a path uncharted, a quest to take, no fate but the one you make. Rise from the ashes for each mistake, no fate but the one you make. No fate but the one you make. Dreams are the fire that light up the soul. You choose the direction, you know the goal. Brave the moon, the tower, the grave. Own your path through life's maze. Truth be told, in the cards behold, a path uncharted, a quest you take, no fate but the one you make.
Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing today? So great to be hosting this incredible watch party we're going to be doing of my favorite movie of all time. But before we get started, I really want to introduce to you a very special person, really lovely lady, Lorena Creole.
Hey everyone.
Oh my goodness. And as you guys know, we are doing these Saturdays where we're doing like watch parties, and it's usually starts off with me at depending on what time it is, but earlier in the day, and then at night we go over to Lorena Creole's channel and watch something really cool. And today we're going to be watching Terminator here, 1984. And then later on, we're going to be watching The Holy Grail, Monty Python's The Holy Grail. And that is going to be really cool for me because I haven't seen it in a long time. And I'll be like, oh, I forgot about this, or I remember this or something. So the Terminator is here. And before we get to that, I just want to just say a quick hi to everybody in the chat. We've got DJ Knight in the house. We got Keith D holding it down for us, and leaves a little message from Lansing. There are only 2 Terminator movies, and I guess we'll see him this week and next. Well, maybe, I'm not sure. He said that he might be able. He might not be able to come, or he might or might not. We don't know. But well, whenever he gets here, we'll be happy. And then Keith E also says, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. Thank you so much, Keith E, for reminding people to subscribe if they're. But definitely check things out and see if you like the channel, if you're brand new, and definitely hit like if you're enjoying the content that we're going to be giving to you today. And then Moonbeam is here. Hello. How are you doing, Moonbeam? Says I don't have a physical copy, but I did see it recently, possibly on Tubi. Cats 2019 is free with ads on. Oh, on YouTube. Okay. My favorite was the old, the recording that they did of the stage play, and that was on Broadway for many, many years. That was really cool. Let's see. And there were parts that, yes, as everybody may not know this, but Moonbeam is a big fan of Cats the musical, and I believe was in a production of that he played one of the cats, right? Moonbeam, you can correct me or give us the lowdown. We got Zachariah 315 in the house. Says good afternoon. And he's letting me know that he can hear me. Let's see. And okay, so that's cool. And then let everybody know we're also simulcasting on X. So hi everybody on X. How are you? And welcome to the show. I hope you guys all have a copy of this. If not, I'm sure there are places that you could rent it for just a few moments. But hopefully you have your own copy, because this is one of the best movies of all time, in my opinion. It's my favorite movie. And before I get started on my adventure with this movie, Lorena, what are your thoughts on the Terminator 1984?
Oh my gosh. I love the Star movie. The nerdy part of me loves the fact that there's this indestructible robot that, it's absolutely unstoppable, keeps coming at you. It's like,
Yes.
how does that work? But like from like the scary part, it's like, oh my gosh, this chick, she's gonna get dead. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? It's like it's sci-fi, it's romance, it's all of that wrapped up in the struggle of human survival, with like a plot twist at the end where it's just like, huh? What? How does that work? Okay, all right, I'll just go with it. But again, I love this film. This film has had so many callbacks throughout pop culture. Even
Oh, yes.
which film was it? Oh yeah, I remember. Not that wasn't this one. T1000. If you saw Despicable Me 4,
Oh,
when
yeah,
they were in the supermarket and this lady who got her hair like messed up, she starts running like like Jason Patrick. I kid you not. And they're playing the Terminator music, and it's like, get in the card if you want to live. And you see it, so many callbacks
yes.
to the Terminator throughout pop culture, because it's like the movie, again, it was something that no one had really, that no one had really seen before. And
Yeah.
it was just
Oh,
crazy, and crazy action, crazy intense. But again, at the crux of it is a very human story about survival of humanity.
oh, yes. Oh, man. This is a look. I went through like all of my favorite movies, and this was the one that really like did it for me. Even Star Wars, like I love Star Wars so much, but this
Mm-hmm.
just has something in it that's thrilling, terrifying, and just incredible. Like for me, it's the pacing that just blows my mind. The movie is like, I don't know, an hour and 40 something minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like before the credits, I think. And it's really like it happens, everything happens so fast, so much storytelling is just packed in there. And it's like the first couple of seconds you see the Terminator, you're like, okay, what's good? The first couple of seconds that you see Kyle Reese, first couple of seconds, you already have
Mm-hmm.
like formulated a little bit of storytelling in their performances, the dialogue, and just little things you know about them instinctively when you first meet them. And then there are moments of little shock moments that happen, like the way the Terminator kills that first Sarah Connor is just, you never saw
Mm-hmm.
anything so brutal before. And even though I'm not a fan of violence, this was because of the interconnected story. There's a reason why he's killing her. He's not killing her because he's just a murderous freak. He's specifically on target to do something. And this
Right.
particular, that lady was in the way. He had to make sure he took out all the Sarah Connors. And it was just, I never saw anything that was so riveting. And then just all of the different surprises that came along with the story, along
Mm-hmm.
time travel and sort of this time paradox that it creates at the end. Oh, just really great. And I thought it was like it worked so well as a one-off movie. It really did. and that's why it just takes the cake for me. And I went to see it in the theater with my mom in
Oh, wow.
1994, and we saw a lot of movies that year, of course, because there was so many
Mm-hmm.
movies that released that were really great. But this was just one I never forgot how uh, the the chills and the thrill of seeing that movie. And then we watched on VHS, and it'd say, "What do you want to watch?" It was like, oh, it was like Empire Strikes Back or The Terminator, or it was one of those movies, and it was just so. Or Willow when it came out. Willow was another favorite. But
Oh, yeah.
oh, so
Damn.
good. And just doesn't get enough love out there. I just wanted to say hi to Tom Baker really quick. Tom gave me some really flattering words on X today, so I really appreciate
Aw.
that, and I definitely appreciate you a lot. And Keith E says Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think, has 12 lines in the entire movie. Yeah, that's so wild. And
Wow.
just to get a follow-up on Moonbeam, says Cats 1998. I was in Cats in 1987. I was the face. It was the face of my channel. Okay. And
Nice.
he auditioned for Gus the theater cat, but lost to Matt Mays. But my loss is your win. Oh. Excuse me, I have allergies even in the winter. So, and let's see. And Keith E says they were considering OJ as Terminator, but they didn't think anybody would think could ever be a killer. Yes, and
Mm.
that is the funny irony, unfortunately, that he would have probably been perfect for the role. And that's a known joke, I suppose, that's going around. But um, and Moonbeam says he found a copy on YouTube. Oh, awesome! And we have to say hello to Dale Smith. Great to
Hey,
see you. Says the Terminator is great. I just hate that it comes back as has Arnold all the time. I enjoyed okay, it that it always comes back with Arnold being there all the time. Yes, I do dislike that a lot. And I enjoyed the Sarah Connor Chronicles because they did something different with the Terminator. Yeah, and they
I've
gave
heard of that.
yeah, they had other characters play Terminator parts, and except for just being Arnold all the time, which is, I think, their greatest mistake. Even though he was the star, the standout star of 1984, I think they could have, and also the T2 movie. I think they could have moved on with other models
Mhm.
of Terminator. And that's why I love Terminator Zero so much, because they featured so many different Terminators. I was like, oh, I
Yeah.
want to see a movie with this Terminator. It was really great. Uh, and yeah, and so okay, so I think there's anything I need to do, I probably need to pull up my version of Terminator. So let's get our versions of the movie ready. And quickly, the Nostalgia podcast just came into the room. So it says, hi,
Oh,
all. Hello. So good to see
hello.
you. And it says, James Cameron is awesome. Yeah, I loved his work in these two movies. And Aliens, that's another one that I really love. Those
Mm-hmm.
are my three favorite from him. And
Isn't his ex-wife in this movie?
oh yeah, yeah, Linda Hamilton. They
Mm-hmm.
ended up getting married, and they he was also at the time then he was married to Gail Ann Hurd, who's um was a producer, and that
Oh,
was an amazing. And they were very much filmmaking partners. They had a really great filmmaking partnership. So Yeah, there was really great movies that they produced together, including Aliens and T2, and I believe it. I believe T2 was it. Yeah, I believe it was T2 that they were. But they did
Mhm.
definitely this one and Aliens, which is I was like, it was so brilliant. As far as I know. Um, let's see. Okay, let me pull up my movie because uh, I usually have this done, but for some reason,
Some
um,
days it's like that.
yeah, it just sort of, um, and then my Amazon renewal subscription happened yesterday. You know, where they take that big chunk of money out of your account, and it's like,
Tell me
oh
about it.
no, yeah. And my bank, they called me and they were like, this is a weird um thing that happened on your card. So they locked my card, and I was like, oh my god. But I
Oh,
got it fixed.
wow.
I got it fixed, thank goodness. All right, so I have that keyed up. And I is there any specific place you can watch this? Um,
Well, you can watch it on archive.org actually. So you
ooh,
can. Let me give you that link
okay.
so you can watch the Terminator. That's where I plan on watching it.
Ah, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, here we go. Thank you so much, Lorena. Let me just
Oh, you're welcome.
yes.
I would have been able to watch it on MGM Plus, but I canceled that because my my trial ended.
Oh, yeah. Of course, I'm not misspelling everything. All right, there's the link, everybody, for archive.com. So if you want to grab that, if you can't find it anywhere, so you have an opportunity to see the movie along with us. And is there anything else I needed to do? I just wanted to go through just a general rundown of the movie really quickly. Um, just in case there's anyone who hasn't seen the movie. So the Terminator 1984, science fiction film directed by James Cameron, written by Cameron and Gail Ann Hurd, and produced by Hurd. It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator, a
Mhm.
cybernetic assassin sent back in time from 2029. So according to that timeline, the Terminator would be doing that in 4 years, 4 years from now.
Mhm.
Uh, and then I remember like 1984, 2029 seemed like a long way. So he was sent
Yep.
back. He was sent back in time to kill Sarah Connor, who was played by Linda Hamilton, whose unborn son will one day save mankind from extinction, and his name would be John Connor,
Mhm.
and the they will be in the future. They are battling Skynet, which is a hostile artificial intelligence in a post-apocalyptic future. Kyle Reese, which is played excellently by Michael Bain, is a soldier sent back in time to protect Sarah. And the screenplay is credited to Cameron and Hurd, and also co-writer William Wisher Jr. To add some additional dialogue. So this is really cool. I'm so excited we're watching this movie today. Okay, so I may be geeking out a little bit, a little warning ahead of time. I may be totally geeking out and freaking out because I do love this movie. So
Oh, you and me both. You and me both. This is up there. This is one of the I guess one of the gold standards you need to have on the best format that you can afford, and it's always a good movie night
Yeah.
selection.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, and if you are kind of like looking into older movies from the 80s, this is definitely the one that and that is repeated. Again, you mentioned how pop culture just took to it like gold, and just, there's so many references to it. A lot of movies after that movie began to use the same pacing method for action movies. A lot of them, especially in the 90s. They were like, okay, let's go back to the stuff that we were doing in the Terminator. And it was just like explosions, car chases, the whole nine. Not saying that
Mhm.
it was invented in that time period, but it kind of used that same pattern of having that fast action, storytelling at the same time having this action adventure film. So
Mhm.
I I love it so much. And Tom Baker says that Galen Hurd became one of the best producers. Absolutely. And
Mm.
Stuntbrat is here. Look. Oh my God, Stuntbrat. So good to see you. And
Yeah.
Cole J is also here. Says much love. All this movie is close to sci-fi perfection. I think so. My
Yes.
sister's favorite Terminator movie of all time. This movie is the deepest and trend-setting going forward. Absolutely, absolutely. It just really
Mhm.
marked a line in the sand. Like, this is how action adventure movies are supposed to be. And ever since, I think the late 80s and the 90s really reflected that. And especially like then Aliens, like that was like Terminator, Aliens. If you wanted
Mhm.
an action-packed movie, it had to be like that. And it just kept getting better and better and better. Rick Malice is here. Hello, Rick. How are you? Says hi, everyone. I wish I could stay, but I picked up a last-minute guitar lesson, and I needed the work. Oh, that is
I know
awesome.
how that goes.
Yes, me. I mean, you get gotta pay the bills. And meantime, I'll hit like and I'll catch the replay. Thank you so much. Yes, I hope you will like the replay. We'll probably be going nuts during this because I have so much to say about uh, all all the really cool parts of this film. And Don Baker says the old West World 2973 was also a great bad robot. Yes, yes, yes.
Mhm.
Played by Yul Brenner. Oh, scary stuff. So it was, I would say, pre Terminator. It's got a lot of the flavors of, that robot that looks like a man. Looks like a man, but is really a terrible, dangerous uh, psycho killer. And Bonzo Kilborn is here. Hello, Bonzo. How are you? Saying hi to us. And I'll be back. So told you I'd be back.
Look who I'd be back.
Just as long as you don't have a shotgun. Because he came back with packing. And oh, okay. So, Koji says close to sci-fi action perfection. I meant. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, too.
Yeah. And let's see. And I think I'm gonna zoom down a little bit. I hope I'm not missing anyone. Dale Smith says the movie spawned a lot of rip-offs like Lady Terminator and and Annihilator, and that had bad actors from the original Terminator in them, which is crazy to think about. Yes, there's a lot of movies like that, especially Italians. The Italians made a lot of movies like that. But one movie I love, which
Mhm.
I'm going to cover, is Eve of Destruction. It is so good. I love that movie so much. But it's good in a corny way. Because
Hmm.
it's a lady who is a Terminator, and of course later on we have RoboCop, which is actually, after Aliens, that's the next movie I'm going to be showing. And I even wrote a song inspired by it, which is like, ooh, I wanna do it. And so, yeah, RoboCop is another one where you get this kind of robotic thing happen. There's a lot of movies that are like this, that are really great, that are inspired by that, like either like cyborg characters or like characters that are full on robots. And let's see. Okay, I'm gonna have to zoom down and get this party started, guys. So I hope that you don't mind if I skip a couple of the comments. I'm so sorry. And Darth Plato was in the house, says Species was a kind of Terminator. Yes, she was.
That movie was so bad, it was good.
Yeah, it is one of those. How many incredible actors were in that movie? And then there was Species 2, which is a complete riot. It's like my guilty pleasure. I love that that movie, and it's definitely not that good, but it definitely was laughable, but in a fun way. And you got to have fun with these things. And
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Dale, I did not know this. Arnold got offered the role of being RoboCop. I could see him why he would want to turn that down after playing the Terminator, because it's just too much. But Sunbrad says I had lunch across from Peter Weller. Nice guy. Oh, that's so nice. He seems like a nice guy. He does. All right. So I think we're ready for action, everybody. Are you guys ready? So just to get us all hyped up, I'm going to play the watch party song.
Come on, it's party time. Hear the alarms chime. Let's watch a movie. It's time to get groovy. It's time to party, party, party. We got to party, party, party. It's time to party, party, party. Party, party, party all night long. All night long.
All right, everybody. that song always gets me. I start dancing behind the scenes. But I wanted to let you guys know that during the movie, I will not be able to see your comments. Except I do have an auxiliary computer over here, so I can see if I, on occasion I can look over. So do let any newcomers know that I will, that their comments will be seen later on. But I do rewatch these, and I do see all your comments, so I'll know what you said. So I have my movie keyed up and ready to go. And just gonna wait a few moments. Lorena, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, and just to let everybody know, Lorena is having problems with her camera today. And so on occasion, her camera might be on the avatar and not uh, on live, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I love y'all.
Uh,
My camera, my equipment's just being a little finicky today.
yeah. And that, yeah, that happens sometimes. And there've been a couple of times when I was like, "Oh, like, let me do a watch party with the avatar." So that's happened a couple of times. Let's see. Okay, so guys, I have a timer here, which at any point you can ask for a timer, and I will let you know what part we are up to in the watching of the movie, and just so that way everybody knows you have your copy. I have my copy. Lorena has her copy, and we'll watch it together, timed just perfectly. And Moonbeam is reminding me of the banner, which I am going to put up right now. Thank you so very much. And yeah, so if anybody does not have it, there is a link, and maybe here, I'll put another link in here. I put down another link for the Terminator on archive if you don't have one available. So take a look there. And okay, so we are ready. All right, so I am using this countdown. It's on YouTube as well, Tom Baker says. Okay,
Oh.
awesome. That's amazing. That is awesome. I love it when it's on YouTube as well because it makes it so much easier if people have
Mm-hmm.
Prime. Oh, and Daily Motion too. It's also on Daily Motion. So many places to watch this, guys. So many places.
I love
Uh,
it.
all right. And so I'm going to do a countdown from 5 to 1. And after that, that's when you would press play. Okay. So ready,
All
set,
right.
let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Oh, let me.
Oh, I can't wait. They play
Also,
the
oh, we
music.
didn't.
Is this oh my gosh. Orion Pictures.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, Ryan
Some of
Pictures.
these places, some of these production houses, they either went out of business or they got gobbled up by other companies.
Yeah. Oh, I think I caught up.
Oh, the chat saying banner. Oh, Retro Nerd Girl, the cat chat saying the banner is missing.
Oh, the banner's missing?
Yeah.
Oh, I love this scene so much. This blew my mind. I'm like, can we have a little bit more of this? I really
Mm-hmm.
that's what I thought that the the future movies were gonna dive into that, and this music, so good.
This music gets me every single
Oh, it's so
time.
powerful. Oh,
Who did
it.
the score to Terminator?
Oh gosh, I should know this.
Lance Henriksen.
I love him so much.
Paul Winfield.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's Brad Fidel or Fidel. Yeah, Fidel. Brad Fidel.
Hmm.
Fantastic score.
It sounds very similar to the theme music for Total Recall.
Yes, absolutely. Which I love. It's another one of my it's in my top 5 or 10. Top 5, I think. Arnold Schwarzenegger is like littered all over my top 10, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So good. And just the added like steel sound was just like, just let you know this is feels very it
Mm-hmm.
feels very monotonous, but also feels like, oh my goodness, this is not human.
Like, start running, everybody! Run!
Run! Don't go in there. Don't open the door. This guy.
When he shows up,
He's like, what the?
like LA is weird, but shoot, even this is nuts.
He did the right thing. Get the heck out of there. See, now that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to go interact with it and we're like, hey, man, you don't have any clothes on.
Right? Right. I mean, granted, people showing up on the street in LA naked is not new, but really,
No, he did the correct thing. Just run out of
mm-hmm,
there.
said I'm out.
It's just really wild because Arnold is so young in this.
I I keep thinking about the second movie. I need your shoes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
That's such a fantastic image because he's about to cause some heck in LA. Those innocent people are just fodder for his
Are they at Griffith Observatory, I think?
oh.
This is what happens when I see movies that are shot in LA. I'm just like,
Oh,
it's
where
so
is it?
easy to find where it was. I think it's Griffith. I could be wrong.
Bill Paxton, so young. Look at him.
Hmm. Dang.
It glows.
Dang.
Ew.
Oh, that was so gross.
Yeah. Oh, that's Brian Thompson.
There you go.
He usually plays like the bad guy, and his dude is like, "Here, take it." I don't. I would just start running.
Hmm. I'm not trying to talk to it.
Yeah, and I'd be taking off my clothes as I was running. Like, here, take it. You wanted some clothes.
Oh my gosh, this guy sounds like Cheech and Chong.
It's so funny because you're like, oh, this guy. There's another one that came through. Another one of these crazy, indestructible dudes. Yeah, like, oh no, he's not
Like, is it the same
indestructible.
guy?
Yeah. It's like, oh no, he's got scars and he's like clearly uh fell from a few feet.
Mhm.
Oh, this score is amazing. I love how scrappy he is, but like ripped. And he's like he
Mhm.
comes from a place where there really isn't any food, enough food for for him to be bulky.
This 80s music.
I know, it's so great. The synth, oh god, the synth sounds, I love it. Love the
Mhm.
synth music. Run, Kyle.
Run, Kai, run.
Don't let him catch you. That was really gutsy running into the police officer like that. I love how everybody's like pulling their weight, even like the supporting actors and like got like
Mhm.
2 lines. He's like, "What?" Like I love the way he looks so confused. Ah, I love Kyle so much. And the way Michael Biehn is playing him, his eyes are bugged out the entire movie. It's just great. He's like totally freaked out and frantic the whole time. I'm like, yes, if you were came from the future and you knew what was gonna happen, you would be like that too, you know?
But that always seems to happen with time travel. They just want to verify. It's like, what is it? What day is it?
Yeah.
Other
What
characters are
year
like,
is it?
why?
Yeah, you wanna know what year it is? I mean, how how off kilter are you? It's such a cool shot. And him with the Nikes and the gun. So cool. Oh, Pyro Disco Flash is here. Hello, Pyro. Says Terminator is an action-packed temporal adventure. The Philadelphia Experiment came out the same year and has completely different take on time travel. Yes, I
Oh, I
remember that
forgot about
movie.
that movie.
Yeah, I remember that movie. I think John Travolta was in it, and the young lady from RoboCop, I think. Oh, one I may have you have to tell me who stars in it again. I thought I thought John Travolta was in it, but I think it was somebody else. Now that I'm thinking. Look at how crazy his face is. I just love it. And you're like, wait a minute. Okay, what's he doing? He's looking for Sarah Connor. Oh, he's gonna kill her, right? You're like, and so I was like, what is he doing? This crazy guy. And there's our girl, Sarah Connor.
Mhm.
She got a little moped.
It was just another day. Got my big hair. I'm at the burger shop with my Guess jeans on.
And it just shows like she has like a little sense of humor. She's telling the statue to take a to keep an eye on it. Just an
And I love
average
how they
girl.
did that. You didn't
Yeah.
know her name. You
Yeah.
just saw her name on time card.
Yeah. It's visual storytelling. This the scene here. This is what makes this a horror movie for me. Is like Arnold just smashed that in for real. Oh my goodness, he's just so brutal.
Hot wire. See, it's a little bit harder to do this these days with the push start.
Oh. She's in the weeds. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. I love her friend. And she's right. Nobody's gonna care about a rough day at work.
You're right.
Oh, this scene too. Yeah, this is another horror movie feel to it.
Like the red dot with the bullets that go. Oh, isn't that oh my gosh, I'm
Dick,
forgetting that actor's name.
no, I mean
I keep calling him Mr. Fetterman from
Dick Miller. Yeah, he's like in so many 80s movies.
Gremlins.
From Gremlins, yeah.
Awesome character actor.
Yeah. So good. Look at him. He's like, oh, wait a minute. Oh boy.
Gremlins.
Dang. I love the fact that you know what happened, but you didn't have to see it. So of course it saves on special effects. But it, it's storytelling. We know what just happened. We don't have to see the guts and splatter everywhere. Oh my God. Kyle looks so crazy. Oh my God. He looks dirty and crazy. Now, the only thing I would say
right
that
in with LA.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, the only thing I would say this guy has like no chill.
This was before Google, folks.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So now he's looking for the Sarah Connors, just like the other guy. Such a nice mystery too. Like you're like, okay, well, we know he's a killer. You know, the other guy's now got a shotgun and a rifle, a shotgun and a handgun. The only mistake I would say is with the detailing is that they should have had Kyle Reese's fingers like greasy and dirty. Just to unless going through the temporal time machine made everything clean because it only takes everything that's organic. So maybe I'll give it that. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, messed up.
Sarah. That's why when people ask me, are you such and such? And I'm like, no. Depends on who's asking.
Who's calling?
Who's
asking?
calling? Yeah.
It's so and so there. I'm like, look, you called here.
You're supposed to know, right? You're supposed to know. I love this. Her friend is so crazy. She's so funny. She's like, yeah, man, honey.
That dark humor. I love it.
And I think like mixing all that in, a little bit of the humor, a little bit of the horror and the mystery all keeps you intrigued and keeps you enjoying it. Oh, I love this scene here. So good. It transfers to the future world
This was
with all the
crazy.
skulls all over the place that are being crushed underneath the.
Mhm.
Oh, man,
Rise of Machines. Ah,
that is wild. Music here is great too. Woo! Ah, love this music so much.
burned out cars.
And they just bump into some people that are just hiding there. That is so even for 1984, pretty good. Pretty good special effects. There we go. Ooh, dang.
Wow.
Yeah. I wish the movies would take some notes from this. As far as, like, the pacing and how to, like, really deliver action, like, an
Mhm.
incredible action scene without saying a word. You know, we know what's happening, we know what's going on, we know where it is, and we saw the burn marks on his back, so it looks like this is just a memory he's just dreaming about. And I love the when he gets out of the dream, he's like, he cocks that gun like, "Oh, I was ready for action." Like, he's so trained to be on edge for
Yeah.
everything. Like, there's no rest for him. Even when he dreams, he's in hell, basically. It's definitely a kind of PTSD, from being in war for so long.
Yeah.
I love her roommate is like so into the music and bouncy. This is really cool. This is a really cool, like how they intertwine this little like comedy in there too.
Mhm.
Oh, Paul N is here. Hello, Paul N.
Mm.
Says the special effects were really great in my humble opinion. I think so. Yeah.
It's
Dang, that's a
always feel.
yeah. It's like, yeah, another day at work.
Mhm.
Dang. Yeah, that's another thing that really freaked me out about that scene is that he shot her and, he gave her, like, the worst shot you could take, right?
Mhm.
Right? And then he continues to pump, like, after round into her. It's just like, "Oh my god." Like, he really wanted to make sure she was gone.
Mhm.
And
Make
that's
sure there's
something.
no coming back from that.
Yeah, and that's, like, you didn't see that from, villains. They will, like, they'll shoot you once and then they'll walk away as if, guess what? They did the job. That's why, usually people will come back, but this guy didn't just double tap, he went back for more. He emptied the entire, thing into her. It's
Yeah,
just really awful, but it was showed you how unemotional he was.
exactly. He is the Terminator, basically kills without prejudice. If that's his mission, then it has to be
Oof.
completed.
Yeah. I don't know, her date.
So what if he has a Porsche?
So I love that scare because you're like, "Oh, no, the Terminator got there already." He found her.
Like, oh no, run,
Yeah.
girl, run. No, she can't hear you, but she like, run, girl.
Oh, man, they're playing that music.
Mm-hmm. That's when you're like, all right, something's gonna happen. She rocking a Vespa.
Oh, somebody is there.
Oh my gosh, what car is that?
I know, it's all me.
That's a land yacht class. That's what I'm trying to figure out which
I
one it
know, it's
is.
huge.
Oh man, I had a 1984 Buick Regal. Oh my gosh, that was the best beater car ever. And my mom like effectively gave it away.
Oh.
I'm like, why? Well, you already had a what did she do? She's like, well, you already had a car. I'm like, that's not the point. I bought that car and I had every intention of never selling it. I was gonna keep it until it was a certified
Oh.
classic. It was some
Yeah,
car
yeah.
I bought from an old lady 2 doors down.
Oh, man.
Oh, it was gorgeous. Never changed oil either, just burned oil.
Oh,
But
wow.
man, it was like leather seats. Oh, that was nice. Did she listen to Walkman?
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
She's like, what the heck?
Mm-hmm. Think something ain't right.
She's like, oh snap! I could be next.
Like, this ain't funny.
Yeah. And he goes to the phone book.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking them up.
And
I
who's
like how the
next?
story progresses. They don't,
Yeah.
they show you. They're not telling you.
Yeah. And the actors are emoting based on what they're doing. Look at this guy just checking her out and seeing what she's doing.
Dang, look at this big hair. I love it.
And she's just seeing everybody, and everybody looks like a
You don't just roll up on somebody like that and get stabbed.
yeah, I know, right? Oh yeah, this nightclub. Look at how cool he's just like walking by.
Mm-hmm. Oh, gosh, he looks like a flasher.
Yeah. So he looks so scrappy, and I'm like, you're not sure, like, is he okay? Only $4.50 to get in there? That's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I'm
That's
like,
right. In the
dang.
80s, you could go, there were so many nightclubs you could go to for like $3.
Mm-hmm. You just pay that cheap cover charge. So many mullets.
Oh yeah, and that 80s dance.
Uh-huh. Just keep in time with the drum machine.
No, everybody, it was like really interesting because not a lot of people knew how to dance. But that particular dance was so easy to learn 'cause all you had to do is just go like this.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah. It
Ah,
was like
shoot.
the starter, it was the starter dance move. I always liked this roommate because I used to love music too, and we like just dancing to like, oh, that's me. I still like to dance. What am I talking about? I still love music. Oh, Joseph Begay is here. Hi, Joseph. How are you? He says,
Ooh.
a guy in trench coat following her on the sidewalk, his eyes locked on her. Nothing creepy about that. Oh man, he would have
Uh-oh.
punched his face in.
Oh.
Oh man.
I've never thought about, using celery to drum with. I know you
Oh
got some
man.
fancy drawers. I know that.
Oh, I felt so bad for him when this was happening. I was like, oh no.
Dang.
Oh my God. And she didn't have a chance.
Mm-mm.
And then she had her headphones on so she couldn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm. And I just noticed just how much foreshadowing this was when she's trying to get away from him and she can't.
Yeah. Yeah. And he feels her hand to see if she's
Now he's
alive.
going to hear Sarah, I think. Yep. You on Pico Boulevard?
He's like, dang, I'm not done yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because he would have been done with his mission.
Well, let me call there. Is there a Sarah?
He's like, okay, let me double check to make sure that
Mhm.
he gets a hold of her phone book, which I don't know why he's not with her.
Or why that isn't with her.
Yeah, I know. But he's got a lockdown on what she looks like. Oh. Sure. Oh no. He found her quick too.
Mm-hmm.
I love this song. He's in the hospital. Okay. Not a challenge at all. Oh, Paul Ann is singing the song. You got me burning in the third degree. Yes. I love this. She bends down and he doesn't see her right away. So
Mm-hmm.
good. Like
The
that
way
is,
they shot this.
yes, in slow motion too. It's just like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like trying to figure out like, and there he is. There's Kyle Reese. And she thinks that he's the killer. She's like, oh no. Uh-oh. And look at the way he notices her.
Uh-huh. Because he's running the matching in his head.
Yeah.
Just the tension. Oh my gosh.
And,
Just
oh, so good.
ooh.
Music's changing.
Still gives
And
me
he
the
notices that
heebie-jeebies.
big hair. He's like, oh, that hair is definitely like Aramis.
And he pulled out that big ass shotgun.
Yeah. Oh, this is like perfectly done.
Damn. Oh, everybody else. Oh, he's not, and he just like gets right back up.
He's like, oh,
Mm.
that knocked me out for a second. But now you're on my I'm gonna get all of you guys.
He's just spraying everybody.
Yeah. Oh look, I love his demeanor,
Mm-hmm.
his eyes and everything. He's like, ah, the physical work that he's doing.
Crazy. That's what you.
He's for sure like he's got a sure shot there.
Yep.
Yes.
I
Come
remember
with
that
me if you
line.
wanna live, girl.
Mm-hmm.
You better go with him.
Come
She's like,
on.
oh
And this
my
was the
God, that
thing.
dude
He kept
died.
getting up. You didn't really know that he was a robot yet.
Yeah.
But once you saw this starting to happen, like, what?
And he's like running.
Got up and kept moving.
Oh, I love the Terminator vision. So good. And he's advancing, he's getting stronger and stronger. That bought you a few moments. Oh, no. Oh, man. So good.
This is crazy.
I could just reach her.
This was just flipping intense.
Oh my goodness. He's able to like copy this guy's voice from this sample he's hearing.
Mhm.
Ooh, concussion or maybe more. Got himself a shotgun. He's in business. Oh man. Terrifying. She's like, what the heck is happening to me? He's like, oh, shucks. I escaped one guy for another
Don't
lunatic.
tell me, okay? I know, crazy.
I love it. Kyle Reese. Ah. Look at his eyes. His eyeballs are just like. This is where you really feel the science fiction part, and you're like, what? What does all that stuff
Like,
mean?
ooh, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
When he started masking his voice, it was like, oh, dang.
Yeah.
Doesn't eat, doesn't
Yeah.
sleep. It will never stop.
And I love the fact that they're explaining this as they're going like, I don't know, like 80 miles per
Mhm.
hour.
This is so crazy.
Yeah. And the
These
funniest
back
thing is like
alleys.
the cops don't know anything. So they're just like, this guy looks like he's you know, the killer. So they're like, okay,
Mhm.
we're going after this guy. He's really acting weird. Maybe we can save Sarah. I love it. I love it, Kyle. He's so intense. Yes,
But
I
look,
love that. I don't know tech stuff, and he just
no, not
really
that
like
stuff.
he
Yeah, I
just
just
like sounded
rattled
off
off a
all of
bunch of
this.
stuff. Mhm.
So this is like normal stuff that's like part of their vernacular in the future. They know everything. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Ever.
Oh, he's so good in this. Oh my God.
Mhm.
Michael Bain. His intensity is just like coming right off the screen. I love that. Because in his world they have the weapons that could easily like at least
Mhm.
damage them. Dude looks crazy, has no eyebrows right now.
I know.
And his hair got singed,
Mhm.
so now it's in this sort of like crew cut, almost like a long crew cut.
Wild. For a minute, I
Spiky.
was like, "How come he doesn't patch into the network?" I'm like, "Oh, wait, they didn't have Windows NT yet, so no."
Yeah, yeah.
I had to think about that for a minute.
Yeah. And there's also like yeah, there's a whole situation with 1984 and not really having anything to do it.
Mhm.
And just Joe 47. Hi. We were thinking the same thing. Says Arnold with the burnt eyebrows looks so creepy. Yes, I mean his eyeballs are just like so robotic. I love the way he uses his physicality to let you feel like and know that he's like a robot. So Arnold did a wonderful job.
Like Amazon Web Service, it just said.
Wow.
You hot wide as car.
Yeah, so now his hands are different. He does have dirt in there now. I don't know. I pay attention to these weird things. Ooh. I love how they just keep that tension up.
Ooh. And we saw those in Terminator 2.
Yes. Ooh. She's like, what?
Yeah. Ooh, what?
You gotta find a man in order to do that.
Mhm. I know, I'm just like, "So, when does this happen?" Telling you, it's like they knew how to write tension. This is like
Oh
a
boy.
hunt for Red October. Oh my god.
Wow.
If there was ever a safer car to be in, a Cadillac is what you want.
Yeah.
That is a steel tank.
Ooh, the music. A lot of the tension too is in the music, man. Oh, and Joseph the Gay says, "How many times have I seen this movie and just now realized that they put prosthetics over his eyebrows to hide them? Watching in 4K, it's so much more
Oh, wow.
noticeable." Yeah, yeah. 4K, it's hard for you to get around these 80s movies without
Mhm.
seeing the imperfections. It was so gutsy for him to, like, get out, uh oh,
Yeah,
she
let the
just pro
Terminator do it for you.
yeah, she protected him at that moment. She's, like, literally saved his life. I was
Man,
very yeah, he's gone.
hurt seeing a Cadillac beat up like that.
I know, right? Those are just amazing cars, but I guess, in the
They
'80s, they
are.
didn't really care about them as much as we do now. Oh god. I love this. This is actually getting me a little teary-eyed, is that was, her friend and her roommate. Oh,
Mhm.
Dr. Silberman. Oh, this guy. No,
He's another, character actor.
yeah.
It's amazing how many of these character actors will make movies like this where they're not in it for very long,
Yeah.
but you know when you see them.
He just found himself a little apartment that was empty and climbed out from the window. Like, "Ah, I got myself a little home." Okay, he's damaged. Yikes. Ugh. Yuck.
Ooh.
1984 effects, people, not bad. I remember when seeing this for the first time in the theater, it was like really like, wow.
That's crazy. And he fixed his eye.
Yeah. 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 Love that. Even I think even today they probably do something a little bit different, but for this time that was amazing. Lance Hendrickson. He's trying to warn people and nobody believe him.
Mm-mm.
Now, I have a theory to do with this guy, Dr. Silberman.
Here's a stereotype of the psychiatrist that does not freaking get it. That's right, he couldn't. And me.
And me. I love him. I love him so much. Oh yeah, this is the other special effect that I would say didn't age that great, but I think you know, in 1984, it like blew everybody's mind.
Yeah.
Ah, yucky.
It's like, ew, he had to pop his eye out. Well, excuse me, optical receptor.
Ah,
And this is when you just saw like the red oh, you can tell that's fake right there.
yeah.
But for the time,
Yeah,
see,
it
there
was
you
still
go.
yeah.
For the time, it was perfect. Yep. The eye. Put the
And I think
sunglasses on.
it
There
was
we
the
go.
one time too that you could tell that the Terminator was a robot, you know?
Mhm.
The Terminator was a robot for real in the
Yes.
Terminator.
This wasn't like, "Oh, he's making it up." It's just
Yeah.
like, no, you see the
Oh, look
workings and the fact that it can repair itself.
yeah. It's like, you know, that eye organic eye just was getting in the way, so had to
Mhm.
remove it. So now I could see better. So scary. She have ray guns? I said, look at him laughing. I wanted to see him go off to have a career talking about his experience because Dr. Silberman actually lives through these two experiences.
Mm.
And he's so insensitive and he's just so into it that he's just like, he doesn't realize that, it could be harmful for her being there to watch that. So funny he's saying that, and then in the next movie, he's saying the same exact thing about Sarah.
Mhm.
I love how he's always trying to tell a story and he gets shut down.
Mhm. I wanted to hear the end of that story.
I know. Meaning he's been on the couch a couple times. Yeah, well, 30 of them, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, see, he leaves right before, you know, things get crazy. Passes right by him, doesn't see him because he was messing with his beeper. Back then, we had beepers, guys.
Mhm.
Oh my.
Like, hmm.
He starts looking at the structure. He's like,
Hmm. Mhm. I will be back. I will be back.
This poor guy.
He just don't know what's coming, does he?
No.
You said he'd be back. Like, what's that noise?
Oh, yep. Be concerned. Do not put your head back down. Oh, yep. Stay here. Where? Oh man. Well, out with the power. Auxiliary power in effect. Too late. Wreath. I love it. He's just taking every opportunity he can.
Mhm.
Hide underneath that desk.
Get the guns, Lance.
Get underneath the desk. Dang. Woo.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's very hard to handle those guns the way Arnold is handling them. It
Mhm.
was like they're really heavy. They're much heavier than they
Have
look.
had 2 of them.
Yeah, and just handling it like a
Poor
master.
Winfield, he tried.
Wow. I mean, up against a human, he had the advantage. Wow.
Oh my gosh, this music.
Oh, Just scream her name, okay? Like,
come save me, Reese.
Reese. She's like, okay, we will leave you, Reese.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way he like falls almost there. So realistic, so visceral, and just like energetic. They're like scampering for their lives. Come on, Reese, save that girl.
I know, right?
He's not even running because he's like, I'm gonna get you anyway, no matter what you do. I love it. That slow walk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not totally slow, but it's definitely a very confident walk. It's not quite running if you're that desperate, you know.
That was a nice gremlin. Oh man, somebody was riding a gremlin. One of the ugliest cars up there, along with the AMC Pacer.
Oh, and Pauline says, Lance, why did you call him out? Yeah, I know. He's like, like you just you, you don't make those noises.
Sarah, we're in a gremlin. Just Google gremlin and ugly car.
An ugly park?
Ugly car.
Oh, ugly car.
It's one of the
Yeah.
ugliest cars. It was that and the AMC Pacer, and I think they were made by like the same parent company, but two different lines. Crazy. Yeah, I got shot.
Like it's not bad. It's like I just caught one back there. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I'm just bleeding. Oh, I love this part.
Hey Joseph, he says correct. Gremlin and Pacers both made by AMC.
Oh. Oh, DJ Play Nice is here. Hello. Dropping by to say hi and bump the algorithm. Have an awesome evening. Well, before you go, let us know what you think of the Terminator. Is it one of your faves? And just Joe says nothing more romantic than healing a bullet wound. Bullet wounds.
Yeah, in an action movie, that is a hot thing, actually.
Right. Or if you're by yourself, being sewing it all up by yourself, like Rambo.
I remember that line.
Yeah. I love this because she is the mother of the future, of human future.
Mhm. She's like, I
Well,
can't even, balance my checkbook. Wow.
yeah. Wow. I love the fact that she's this like average girl kind of dealing with
Mhm.
like average issues, and then she's like, what, I'm just trying to like make a living at my diner.
Yeah. And,
Yeah,
balance my checkbook.
yeah. It's just, I guess, like everybody's issues. I love this fade in to the so
Mhm.
good. What a great transition.
It's like the effects seem so cheesy, but back then these were like top tier.
Yeah, yeah, this is really good stuff for the time, definitely. They did a great job. I'm surprised for 4K they didn't digitally enhance some of the areas to make it a little bit
Hmm.
more. This one right here, I've always wanted to see like a really intense movie about this particular part.
Hmm.
And the dogs know. Oh my goodness. So cute. Yeah, people coughing because the air is terrible. Eating grub. Look at that. Ugh. People watching televisions with just the fire
Hmm.
to keep warm.
Dang.
People
It's like the
crying.
desolation
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that gets shown here.
It's really, and hear people crying because they lost somebody.
Hmm. Found a rat.
Dinner.
Hmm.
Oh man, the picture of Sarah Connor.
Oh yeah, because they were using the dogs to sniff out the Terminators.
Man, that gun was sick. And the kids are crawling to. Did you see them? They're crawling into a safe place.
Hmm.
Oh, if Doug was here, we could have discussed the secret door. Because he always talks about the secret door. Those little kids found a little place. Man, oh, this scene right here is so crazy. And he lost the picture, but then all you see are those darn red eyes.
Mhm.
And now he's with her for real. His dream came true. Oh, Paul N says, going to refill my margarita. Oh, yum, yum, yum.
Oh, you
Look
have
at
to tell us what
you.
kind of margarita you made.
Oh, yum, yum, yum. And oh, Dan Candy's here. Hi, Dan Candy. How are ya? And
Hello.
yeah, I always hated the fact that the picture got lost in the fire. Ugh, so broke my heart seeing that.
Yeah.
And Paul N says those red eyes are the devil's eyes. Yeah, it's really interesting how they were able to convey evil, but with just that little red dot in
Mhm.
the eyes. Yeah, because his body is dying, so he smells.
Mom's cabin.
Like, it's so funny because he picks the most lewdest answer.
Mhm. Said pick the most offensive answer.
And did you see that guy in the hallway? He's like, "Dang."
Are we making bombs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that kind of weird person. But come on, usually in an action movie, kitchen is usually made with one or two things. Either you're well, two things, eating and making incendiary devices.
And there's a third, but the channel's not ready for this. The third reason. I love how the kitchen is on the side of the bed. She's like, "Oh,
Mhm.
I don't know if I could shoot this thing." Oh, you better.
Better learn how to.
Oh, this part is so crazy.
And it's just, I love how they shot this
Yeah.
because you're looking and you're just like, something's
Oh,
not
no.
quite right.
And,
He
like,
says,
as soon as
I
you see
love
the
you
door.
too, honey. Yep. Oh, that freaked me out. Like, why would she hang up like that?
Give me your address there. No niceties or anything. Like, "Hey,
Give me your
how is
address.
your"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're from New York. Yep. You've got, let's see, mothballs. Vinegar activates mothballs, starts chemical react. Oh, okay, I'm gonna shut up now. But it's the same thing you use to make the volcano in science class.
Oh, yeah. I got, corn syrup too.
Yeah. first date ever.
She's like, I
Forget
love her.
going to the pottery shop where you learn how to paint pottery. No, teach me how to make plastic explosive.
It's so funny. Oh my God.
I'm telling you, man,
I
not
love
took
how
chemistry. I'm like, this does what now? And you're teaching us that? I freaking love this movie. She's like, he doesn't sleep.
I love how timid she is and so vulnerable. Even when she's making the bombs, she's like not sure. She's just really, you know,
Mm-hmm.
scared. And then you think about her performance in the next movie. So different.
Totally different.
Yeah.
They're just
It,
like, oh, dang, what happened to? Oh, yeah, we know what happened to you. Okay. Such a stark difference. He's like, I didn't know what the heck was going. Now it's just like, boy, what I tell you.
yeah. And also her behavior in the beginning of the film is so different from even here because it
Mm-hmm.
took a lot for her to even start to believe what Reese was saying. She was so conditioned in this regular world. This brand new concept just was so foreign to her to accept.
Yep, keep E 100%.
What did he say? She changed because she became a mother. Nothing's worse than an upset mother. Oh yeah. She was pissed in the next movie. Oh, that's so nice of you to say that, Jan Candy says Retro's Arnold's voices.
Oh, he was like, I
Uh,
love you always have. I'm like, let me and show me how many plastic explosives.
I know. She's like, okay, we gotta. He's a cutie. Oh, I always love
And
that they.
this,
Oh, go
oh,
ahead.
I'm sorry. I was like, and this changed everything.
Yes, I was like, wait a minute, how did we were just doing explosions and running away from Arnold, and now we're kissing?
I'm like, well, dang.
You know what? This is why I love this movie because they added in this really like pretty love story. And it's like, where
Mm-hmm.
did that come from?
Exactly. I was just
Like,
like, what? We were watching a movie about this, like, robot killing people.
I know he was like punching holes into people, and it was crazy.
All that stuff.
And Pauline says, Sarah, don't take advantage of Kyle.
It's like, well, I gotta pay you back for making plastic explosives for me.
I know he saved my life a couple of times. That's
Yeah, tie them sneakers tight, girl.
Oh, yeah. You're going to need them to be on good. That's the first time he smiled in the whole movie, which is really great.
Oh my gosh, install loop. There's something he's doing.
The guy's like, "Oh, snap. I got
I'm
out
gonna
in time."
I need to forget what I know about like I didn't know when I was watching the movie, but to take a computer science, I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what's going on here.
Oh, man.
And it's still freaking cool.
I love how they just throw the guy out of the vehicle. Wow, look at that dent it left when they hit him.
Let's see, got apartment, got adult movies.
Dang. Oh, I never noticed that.
That's what it's
They got everything.
that's the no-tell motel. This show says Grand Theft Auto in 84.
Yes. Oh, man.
Okay, load this gun up.
All right, don't waste your
Oh my gosh, that's the
Oh,
that's a Sepulveda tunnel. I think it is. Should be. I've driven through it enough times. I should know it. This score, y'all. Oh, you
okay,
don't want to
don't
hold it too long.
I don't know if you gotta get someplace stable and then throw it. He got him. Oh, she's gotta take the wheel. He's like, "All I got is this little pistol." All right, Sarah, on the defense, on the offense this time.
Dang.
Ooh, he got scraped up.
Yeah, he ain't come back mad. She said, yep.
Yep. Oh, man.
Oh.
Ooh, they got lucky.
This was crazy.
Yeah.
He stopped the darn truck. You're like, what the heck is that? Yeah, I ain't getting out the car. You get out the car. Good truck. Uh-oh.
He's got his leg got hurt this time. I love
Yeah, don't
this.
tell me twice.
Get out.
It's like,
Oh, man.
there's a schematics. On your feet, soldier, on your feet.
So the makeup here is just again, it's
Mhm.
great for 1984. We'll probably do it differently today, but it really looks good
Mhm.
for 1984. I think everybody was just surprised that they pulled this off as good as they did.
Yeah, for that time, for this time period,
Yeah,
the special effects were crazy good.
yeah. I mean, that makeup is just like, oh my goodness. When you saw Arnold's face like that, it's just like, and they already wasted 4 of them pretty much, but
Mhm.
this one is a doozy.
Like with
Yep.
his face and just how
Ooh, so good.
jacked up it is.
Keep running, Sarah.
Run, girl.
Oof, explosion.
Wow.
Oof, just fire everywhere. Oh, I love this was the part that you were like, "Okay, he's still alive? Okay."
Mhm.
But
It's just like, dang, really?
then he falls and you're like, "Oh, okay, now he's dead." Oof, that's phew, he's gone, right?
Girl, unless you double tap that sucker yourself, it's never dead.
Exactly. 'Cause no, from there, it looked like it was it was a goner.
You don't go and look at it every time you go and look at it, it all of a sudden comes out of
Comes
nowhere.
mhm, jumps at you, and there's a boyfriend.
I freaking love this.
The music and everything at this point is like, "Aw, aw,
How you
no
like me
way."
now? This is the
Ooh,
coolest version of Terminator that I love.
yes.
It's got the stop motion thing going on.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
That will never get old.
And so she's starting to learn. She picked up was it the shotgun or something she picked up? Yeah, or this thing. So she's starting
Wow.
to learn how to survive.
Mhm.
She's ultimately becoming Sarah Connor, the mother of the future.
Mhm. That
Mhm.
that oh my gosh, that still just like scares the heck out of me. You got this thing
I
coming
love that.
after you.
Look at it. Yeah, they really should attend to this digitally. I think it would really be awesome.
Mhm. Yeah, just Joe 47, I do too. That stop motion just I hope they never ever change that effect.
Yes, yes, it does.
It's,
Yeah, it
it's
makes it
something
extra
about it.
scary because it's like, oh snap.
Come on, Kyle.
Oh no, because he won't mess with Kyle. he's only after Sarah.
That's what I remember her when she started saying stuff like that.
Yeah, she's like she's becoming the mother of the future.
And I would say it would have to do with the fact that it's someone she cares about.
Yes, which was
Because
different
before it
from
was like,
before.
exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I love this puppet too. This one is a puppet. Looks so great.
Wow.
Oh, so cool. I want a life-size version of that. So cool.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, yeah, he set up all of these machines to confuse the Terminator, which worked for a while. I love the little touches of finding things that they need. Ooh,
Ooh.
there he is. So cool. Ah, so scary. And
Like when
what
they
I love is
navigate the
now
stairs, though.
what I love about this is that Arnold's no longer in the picture, and it's just the Terminator, the skeleton, endoskeleton, and it's like
Mhm.
just as terrifying.
Oh, really? You thought you could do that to me?
It's like my turn.
Girl, you better roll.
She's like, "Oh, snap a bomb! Almost got him though." And he had to get close enough. Ooh, metal shrapnel all over the place.
Mhm. You better hope the skull isn't intact, because if it is, oh yeah, that's right. She did. She was injured.
Yeah, the shrapnel just can really do a lot of damage. Oh,
Mhm.
and that's like really an important muscle too, right in thigh, upper thigh there. Oh, ouch, ouch, ouchies. Ouchies. Oh, Modest Reviews is here. Hiya. How are
Hello.
you? Oh man, that's gotta hurt right in the muscle too.
And then it's oh my gosh, okay. This
Oh yeah.
this last part, it's like
The final boss scene, right?
yes.
Oh no.
He's like he did.
Oh, that I imagine like yeah, I can like she's now alone.
I love
And
this
I love that she's the one now who has to deal with the Terminator. That
herself.
Kyle yeah, Kyle didn't he didn't, like, save her from it completely. She has to do the rest on her own. Come on,
It's
girl.
like it's how would I say? It's still a threat.
Yeah, and
It's
she's
like you've knocked it down a couple of pegs
yeah,
on the boss level, and you still got a ways to go.
I mean, he could still rip her apart.
Mhm.
And he's like, I'm getting closer. This conveyor belt is taking me right there to where I need to be.
Yeah.
Another thing about the Terminator is his confidence. He's just like, I'm coming for you
Mhm.
a little further.
I'm coming for you. You thought you could get away from me?
Come on, girl.
This was so freaking crazy. One of the best shots ever. You're like, "Get it, Sarah, get it!"
So close. So cool. Oh man. Ah, the Terminator's dying. Sound effects are amazing.
Mhm.
The little eye dims out.
You Dyson.
And there's the hand that's gonna come into
I
play
would
in the
be
next.
so far away from that freaking hand.
She's like, "Oh my god, I made it."
Dang it, he in a body bag.
Oh man. We love you, Kyle Reese.
Like, I got dead.
Poor kid. Paul Ann says Kyle is dead, but he still has a smile on his face from that with Sam. So cool. Oh my goodness. Chef Nation is here. Has been a member for 8 months. Thank you so much, Chef Nation. Says, this movie is way better than Section 31. Oh, that's a Star Trek movie, right? Mm,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. It should never have been made. Oh my gosh.
I mean, it looks
So
interesting.
bad.
I don't think it should have been called Star Trek. It
No, it's like
it doesn't look like Star Trek, so I don't know why they.
no.
But
It's Star Trek CSI is pretty much what it
oh,
is.
oh,
So it's just like it could have been it could have been something that was really good, but it's not it's like it's not Star Trek. That's the thing. At the crux of it, it's not Star Trek.
yeah, that's I think the key issue. It doesn't even look like even just look. Oh, she's yeah. Okay, so I love this. That dog is so beautiful. Look at that tongue. Oh, you're so adorable.
I love it. Is that a German Shepherd or a
Uh,
Malinois?
oh, I don't know. It looks like a German Shepherd.
Either way, I love German Shepherds,
Me too.
even though my nana had one, that dog would not let me get away with anything. If I was going someplace I wasn't supposed to, oh, that dog would narc on me.
Oh man. Oh, I love this. It would have been so cool, like if they had, Dark Fate was an opportunity to bring back a lot of these characters. Like they could have brought back this little boy as a character. They could have brought back Silberman, who never died in the two movies for Dark Fate.
Oh, that's the hustle.
Yeah. You take the picture and then you're like, oh. There's a storm coming. Yeah. I love in the next movie she knows Spanish.
And then it just hit me why she has that dog.
Yeah, for the Terminators.
It did not hit me until I watched this.
Wow.
I'm like,
Oh, that's really
what?
it's the same exact dogs that they had in the brig where the future people lived. Really,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many like cool details in here. It's just amazing. Oh my
Gosh, freaking
God.
acknowledgement to the works of Harlan Ellison.
Yes.
He was such a bitter little man. Really.
Oh
You would have
man.
thought being married to George Takei would have mellowed him out, but apparently not. I'm not gonna get in it. Anyway. Yeah.
But
I freaking love this movie.
so good. Oh, okay. Um oh, I thought okay, so it's not a it's not a German Shepherd. What kind of dog is it?
Is it a Malinois?
Um
I can't even say it right. A it's a Belgian dog. Belgian
oh,
Malinois. Because they kind of look like a German Shepherd.
but is it the coloring?
I think it's the coloring.
Yeah. So beautiful. And
And they have like the black tip ears, but I think it's like their coat style is a bit different.
and Joseph Begay says, and she drives off into a matte painting.
Mm-hmm.
It's so pretty. As I just was like, oh my God, that is so cool. And then the storm in the background, really just great job. Great job.
Mm-hmm.
And TJ Knight says, glad you enjoyed it, Lorena. And Paul N says, retro in Terminator 2, we find out why John Connor's eyes leak. Yes, of course. And on occasion my eyes leak. It's well, it's just so wild. But guys, any last words or any things that you might want to say about the movie after seeing it today, Marina?
Yet again, another example of you had to be judicious with your special effects dollars.
Oh yeah.
So when you use them, it was basically to reinforce the story, or okay, this is the big part where we're just going to blow the special effects budget. But at the end, at the crux of it, it's a survival story.
Yes.
It's a survival story. What if there was an antagonist that never stopped coming? You couldn't shoot it up with bullets. You couldn't set it on. You couldn't set it on fire. you know what if you had that kind of enemy? It's just like, and we hadn't really seen anything like this. And in the end, what happens to defeat it? An old school metal press.
Yeah. I mean, when I think about it, we just, can we just package that into a gun?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just like at the end that's what happened. And I guess we should have gotten a clue when you saw like not the old, but at that time, just the robots who, they're just about to do a job, not this, cyborg.
Yeah.
Basically, you have a skull and a spinal cord and two arms, and it's still, still moving, and it's still, coming at her.
Yeah. And what I love in particular about that moment is that they set it up a few minutes earlier. They kind of set off that machine by pushing that button accidentally. And so she remembers, I got to hit that button. So, I mean, they really answered all of the questions that you might have even about, how does she know which button to press?
Mm-hmm.
She did it a little bit earlier. It was almost like they could just, anticipate what was going to happen. They gave you that setup for the reason why our characters are so smart or are doing the things that they're doing. It's so great. And Keith E says when she drives off into the sunset, they did not have a filming permit and get convinced a highway patrol officer. It was just a UCLA movie. Oh, okay. I think Siri got things must have gotten something mixed up there, but yeah.
Okay, so they didn't have a filming permit, so they told the police officer, it's just a, college film."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And thank you, Keith E, for that. And let's see, let's keep going. And Moonbeam says the storm is a metaphor for something bad. Very Ninja Scroll.
I watched Ninja Scroll. Yeah.
Oh, I have to watch it.
Yeah, that is, I want to say, if there was ever one ultimate anime movie, it would be Ninja Scroll, which
Yeah.
you can see on my channel, actually.
Okay. I'm definitely that have put that on my list of movies to watch. I have not seen it. And yeah, let me get some links in there because I want you guys to be able to go over to Lorena Creole's channel for our live stream later on. Let's see if I can find it. Monty Python. Here it is. Monty Python.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Grail.
Yep. Like the nights you say me.
And if you didn't catch, we did a reaction to the trailer.
The trailer.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. No worries.
We did a reaction to the trailer, which was really quite good. We really went into detail on it, and it was really, really good. So check that out on her channel under videos. But in the meantime, if you want to watch the live stream with us later, that is the link that I've just put into the chat. And let's see. And that should work. Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna say a few words about Terminator. Obviously, it is my favorite movie of all time. It is definitely one of those movies that could be interpreted as corny if you have not been exposed to the gradual progression of special effects.
Mm-hmm.
When you see those moments, you're probably like, why is this so special? Why do people go crazy about this movie? But these were the steps that we had to go, that we had to take in order to get some of the really great stuff that we see today. So, if that bothers you, as far as story, so good, so much is packed in here:
Mm-hmm.
sci-fi, time travel, special effects. So some of it is really, really awesome, even for today's standard. We have a little romance story in there,
Mm-hmm.
and just, I would say, very clever writing of a great action film with a touch of horror. That's
Yes.
really, really so good. I mean, just scary, but also like you. It's not the kind of scary where you're going to have nightmares about it. It's just one of those things where it makes you think about, okay, the Skynet and this, like the future world of robots. Very intriguing, and the way they captured the idea of this sort of dystopian world that's completely ravaged, and how they display that visually. The visual storytelling as well is another like key element for me. Also, too, the pacing is just like the best pacing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's telling you a lot in this really short amount of time. And lastly, the music, so iconic, and just builds all this tension, feels like a heartbeat almost. Like it just is so um perfect for what we're seeing on screen. It's just like the match is
Mhm.
just incredible, and also like another layer uh of experience, like it's something else to experience within the movie. So that is why I really love this movie so much. That's a mouthful, but let's see who. Joseph Gay asks, "Are you watching the theatrical or the extended version of the
Uh,
Holy Grail?"
theatrical version, I believe.
Okay, good, good, yeah.
Mhm.
And Moonbeam has a copy of Monty Python, and so we're going to be ready to go. So just so that when we have a little bit more time, we're going to end here. I will see you guys hopefully over on Lorena Creole's channel. Before we go, though, I wanted to ask you, Lorena, what is there anything going on your channel this week that you want to let people know?
Let's see what's going on this week. Let's see, I have to say what day it is. Oh, okay. So tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, of course, is the Welcome to Florida show that I do with Culture Casino. And this week is the Florida Meme Show. So we're just
Ooh.
pulling up all these fun memes to just kick back, laugh at, and just have fun, especially as this has been the coldest week in Florida
Oh,
in like the longest time. I don't remember ever ever being this cold. So that is going to be on Sunday night. Monday, I think I said 5 o'clock. I'd set it up. I'm going to be out at the Magic Kingdom, so we are going to be over there in the Liberty Square area. We are going to have fun riding the Liberty Bell riverboat, exploring
cool.
Tom Sawyer Island. We're trying to do all of this before Disney starts to pave it over probably in a couple of months. So we're going to be hanging out over there, enjoying that. So
Oh.
that's going to be on Sunday, and of course, no, sorry, that's Monday, and of course on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern is the Spice Lounge. We wrap up all of the pop culture news that we feel we want to talk about. So
Oh, there's a lot going on.
that's what I got going on, folks.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say hi to Emily Kruger. So good to see you.
Hey.
And Keith E has thank you so much, Keith E. Says next week Terminator 2 is what we're gonna be watching. And that is also, I know, a crowd favorite. A lot of people really love that movie. They think it's better than the first one. And
Mhm.
it is very good. It is very good. And he says, I saw Terminator 2 before the first one. Oh, really? That's got to be a different experience to see the second one first. Um, and yeah, because I don't know. I love them both, and it was just like I didn't believe that they could actually make a Terminator movie that was going to be
Mhm.
even close to the first one, and knocked it right out of the ballpark.
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
did. Oh, that
Yeah.
chase, that chase in Reseda.
Yeah, there's a lot of really amazing moments in that movie, and yeah, that there's a couple of just jaw-dropping moments, and they ramped up the fear and the action, and the Terminator is just really I don't know how they did it, but they did. And even though I have some criticism about the film, it still was an amazing achievement, and still utilizing Arnold Schwarzenegger was really great. But then every movie after that thought that they had to do the same, and I think the Terminator 2 used him appropriately, I think.
Mhm.
And yes, William says T2 Judgment Day. Oh, and Danny Staten is here. Says good night all. Oh wow. Okay. Yes, you have a great night as well. Um, And mentions, have you seen A Boy and His Dog? I'm not sure if I have. And I believe that's with Jan Michael Vincent, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not sure if that is the one that if I've seen it or not. So I'll have to take a look at it again in order to, but it is on my list to watch possibly again, or maybe for the first time. I don't know. I don't remember. Well, guys, we're gonna get out of here so we can head over to Lorena Creole's channel, and I want to thank everybody for joining me today, joining us today for this incredible watch party of my favorite movie of all time. And with that, I will have to let you guys, see you guys in the next one of these. Take care.
Retro Nerd Girl, you are clear for takeoff.
In the neon light she stands, retro girl with nerd comments. Memory lane she takes your hand to the past where good times land. Pixels glow and screens do hum, hear the beat of retro drum. Geeks unite, oh here we come, nerdy world where we're from. Retro logo leads the way, in the night to yesterday. All the nerds come out to play, she's the light, won't go away. Film and movies on rewind, good old days in nerdy mind. Retro nerd girl you will find, guiding us all intertwined. Joystick games and cosmic fights, wondrous days and sleepless nights. With her everything feels right, retro glow in neon lights. Guiding us all intertwined. Joystick games and cosmic fights, wondrous days and sleepless nights. With her everything feels right, retro glow in neon light.